Your engine is running at maybe 80% of what it's capable of, and it's not your fault. It's because nobody ever showed you the stuff mechanics do behind the scenes that never makes it onto a service invoice. I've been turning wrenches for 20 years, and I'm going to walk you through 17 real, legitimate tricks that can save you thousands of dollars and add years to your engine's life. No gimmicks, nothing that'll blow up your motor, just the honest stuff. Stick around, because the last one is something I do once a month on my own truck, and it's the reason it just crossed 300,000 miles without a major repair. Let's get into it. 17. The throttle body relearn. Modern cars use electronic throttle control. A computer decides how far the throttle opens when you press the pedal. Over time, it learns your driving habits, and sometimes that learning gets sloppy, especially after a battery disconnect or a sensor cleaning. Dealers will charge you up to $150 for a throttle relearn procedure. Here's the truth. Most cars do this automatically. Turn the key on, don't start the engine, then start it and let it idle for a few minutes without touching the gas or AC. On many vehicles, that's literally all it takes. Some cars need a scan tool to force the relearn. Check your owner's manual or a quick search for your exact model. Either way, you don't need to pay $150 for it. 16. Cleaning carbon out of the throttle body and intake. Pop the hood on anything with 30,000 plus miles, and you'll likely find a black, sticky coating on the throttle body. That's carbon from oil vapor and unburned fuel. A shop might quote you $300 plus for intake service. You can do this yourself for under $10 with a can of throttle body cleaner or intake valve cleaner and a rag. Most of it sprays directly onto the throttle plate with the engine off, not while it's running. Direct injection engines especially benefit from this since they don't get fuel washing over the intake valves the way older port-injected engines do. Smoother idle, better throttle response, sometimes a small mileage bump. 15. Don't believe lifetime transmission fluid. A lot of manufacturers will tell you the transmission fluid is sealed for life. In reality, life often means until the warranty runs out. Sludge and varnish build up over time and can make shifts rough or, eventually, kill the transmission. The fix isn't some illegal hack, it's just doing what a lot of independent shops quietly recommend: a fluid and filter service, or a few partial drain and refills, every 30,000 to 60,000 miles depending on your vehicle. It's far cheaper than a $3,000 plus rebuild, and it can genuinely extend the life of your transmission. 14. Check your spark plug gap, don't guess on it. Spark plugs come pre-gapped from the factory, but pre-gapped doesn't always mean correct for your engine. A gap that's slightly off can cause misfires or rough idle. Before you install new plugs, check the gap against your owner's manual spec with a simple gapping tool. It takes 2 minutes and it's free. This isn't about secretly tightening the gap below spec that can actually cause weak spark under load. It's about making sure the factory got it right before you bolt them in. 13. Don't ignore your oxygen sensors, but don't try to revive them either. O2 sensors tell your engine's computer how much fuel to mix with air. As they age, they get slower to respond, and your engine starts running rich, wasting gas and fouling plugs. There's an old myth about soaking sensors in gasoline to clean them. Don't do that. It doesn't reliably work and can damage the sensor. The real trick is just not ignoring AP0420 or P0136 code. Sensors are $20 to $60 on most cars if you DIY it, versus $200 plus at a shop for labor on a $30 part. 12. Stock air intakes are quieter, not always more restrictive. A lot of YouTube lore says drilling holes in your airbox unlocks performance. In reality, modern airboxes are engineered for a specific balance of airflow, filtration, and heat soak. Drilling into them just lets in dirt and hot underhood air, which can hurt performance more than help it. If you genuinely want more airflow, a quality cold air intake system designed and tested for your specific engine is the legitimate way to do it, and it won't void your warranty or trip a check engine light the way altering factory components can. 11. Clean your MAF sensor. This one's real and it works. Your mass airflow sensor measures incoming air to calculate fuel delivery. Dust and oil residue, especially from aftermarket air filters that are over-oiled, can coat the sensor wire and throw off its readings, causing rough idle or poor mileage. The trick: unplug the sensor, spray it gently with MAF-specific sensor cleaner, never brake cleaner. It can damage the coating, let it air dry for 10 minutes, and reinstall. Total cost, under $10. This is genuinely something techs do before recommending a $150 plus sensor replacement. 10. Replace your fuel filter on schedule. Don't trust lifetime claims blindly. Many modern cars have the fuel filter built into the fuel pump assembly inside the tank, marketed as a lifetime part. In high-mileage, high-grime fuel environments, that filter can clog over time and starve your injectors, causing rough idle and hesitation. If your car has an accessible inline filter, replacing it every 30,000 miles is cheap insurance. If yours is the sealed tank type, just know it may eventually need pump assembly service. Budgeting for that ahead of time beats getting surprised by a stranded car. 9. Skip the water in the intake trick. It's not worth the risk. You may have heard about misting water into your intake to steam clean carbon off the valves. The science behind carbon removal is real, but doing it with a garden hose and a hopeful guess is how people hydrolock engines and bend connecting rods, a $4,000 plus repair. If you want carbon removed from intake valves, a real issue, especially on direct injection engines, have a shop do a proper walnut blasting or professional intake valve cleaning service. It's controlled, it's safe, and it actually works. 8. Use OEM-Spec ignition coils, not stronger ones from other brands. There's a myth that swapping in coils from a different make can give you a stronger spark. In reality, coils are matched to your ECU's voltage and timing calibration. Mismatched coils can cause misfires or even damage your ignition module. If a coil is failing, replace it with the correct OEM or OEM equivalent part. You'll get the reliability without gambling on compatibility. 7. Let your ECU relearn properly after any major service. Whenever you disconnect the battery or replace a sensor, your car's computer needs to recalibrate fuel trims and idle behavior. Just start the car and let it idle for 10 to 15 minutes without touching the gas or AC. This is standard practice, not a secret, and it really does smooth out a rough patch after service. 6. Use the Octane your manual actually recommends. There's a popular idea that running premium fuel for a few tanks resets your timing for better performance. The truth, if your car is designed for regular fuel, premium won't help and won't hurt much beyond wasting money. If your car calls for premium, using regular can cause the ECU to pull timing to prevent knock, costing you power and efficiency. Match the fuel to the manual, not the myth. 5. Don't put solvents in your gas tank to clean your catalytic converter. Adding lacquer thinner or similar solvents to your fuel can damage fuel system seals, oxygen sensors, and the catalytic converter itself, the opposite of what you want. If your cat is clogged, a proper fuel system cleaner, used as directed, combined with a sustained highway drive can help looser carbon deposits in mild cases. For real clogging, it usually needs replacement. There's no shortcut that beats that safely. 4. A catch can isn't a gimmick. It actually helps PCV systems. Engines with direct injection are especially prone to oil vapor building up on intake valves because there's no fuel washing over them. A quality catch can installed in the PCV line traps oil mist before it reaches the intake, reducing carbon buildup over time. It's a legitimate upgrade many performance shops install, typically $100 to $200 installed, not something you need to rig from spare parts. 3. Throttle response lag is mostly intentional, and that's okay. Factory throttle mapping is tuned for smoothness, traction, and emissions, not raw aggression. If you want sharper response, a reputable plug-and-play throttle controller, like a well-known commercial brand, lets you adjust the pedal mapping safely and reversibly. Don't try to force a relearn by mashing the pedal repeatedly. That doesn't recalibrate anything, it just exercises your patience. 2. Use fuel system cleaner the way it's designed to be used, in the tank. Running raw injector cleaner directly through the fuel rail, disconnected from the tank, is something professional injector service machines do under controlled pressure and flow, not something to replicate in a driveway. A quality fuel system cleaner added to a full tank of gas, used every 5,000 to 10,000 miles, keeps injectors and valves cleaner over time without the risk. 1. Stick to a real oil change interval, and don't be afraid of a quality additive. Manufacturers often push extended oil change intervals because modern oils are more durable, but consistent shorter intervals, every 5,000 miles for most daily drivers, still pay off in engine longevity. A reputable additive like a moly-based friction modifier can supplement protection in a high-mileage engine, but it's not a replacement for fresh oil. Real protection comes from consistency, not shortcuts. That's all 17, every one of them something a good independent mechanic would actually tell you, not an internet myth that ends in a tow truck. If you want to know the one thing I do every single month on my own truck that's kept it running past 300,000 miles, that's coming up next, and it costs about $12.